Hi everyone, welcome to my garden. If you're new here, my name is Marie and I am from Kingston, Jamaica, where I do a small container garden and also cook some recipes from items that I grow and purchase, and I raise my own meat chickens. I'm sitting here in my garden and I honestly don't know where to start. This is a video that I've always wanted to do and I keep procrastinating and putting it off. But I feel I need to do it because my garden has helped me, and I'm sure by doing this video I might be able to help at least one person. And that's the aim. When my son and my husband, they encouraged me to start this channel. My family in general, my intention was to encourage persons to plant their own veggies and food, to provide healthy food for their family, but also to help someone that might be out there and needs some form of encouragement of the sort. All right, so my husband is very instrumental in me restarting the garden, because I had a small garden but I had stopped. The drought had killed it and I went through quite a bit, so I had stopped. But he's very instrumental in me restarting this garden. He doesn't know it until he watches this video, because he watched all of my videos, that he saved my life through this garden in so many ways. I'm not sure where to start, but I won't put off this any longer. I'm going to go through this video, and at the end someone will be helped. I just feel it, and that's the reason why I'm doing this video today. The topic I'm going to talk to you about, it's a very serious topic. It's tabooed in the country where I'm from. I'm from Jamaica. There might be persons who were raised differently from I was, but in my environment, the one that I grew up in, you were not expected to speak about certain things. You were told as a child you're to be seen and not heard. So if things should affect you, you brush it off and you don't really speak about it. And I'm sure that goes for not just me, but for a lot of persons living in this country and around the world. It's depression. Anxiety and depression is real. It is very common. It's common than we think. I did a research some time ago where I found out that one in every 4 persons are affected by some form, might not be depression, but some form of mental illness affects 1 in every 4 persons. And it affects males and females, but females are mostly affected by depression. And it is something that we need to start dealing with, and the sooner the better. So I'm going to talk about this taboo topic today. Alright? Now you might be wondering, what on earth does depression have to do with the garden? It has everything to do with my garden and the situation that I was in when I started the garden. Now I know I mentioned earlier that my husband saved me through this garden, and this is why. In 2020, I lost my mother. I got ill. I had to leave my job due to illness. No, I am a person who has always been working. So you can imagine all of that happening at once. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not a person to speak about what's going on, but it felt hopeless. Little did my husband know that when we went to market and we bought that callaloo, and it tasted of some chemical, and he said, "Mommy, start the garden." Little did he know that that was all I needed. I didn't know at the time, until I start feeling a change in my spirit, a change in how I approach each day, I wanted to get up, I wanted to go to the garden. Prior to that, you don't know what you're getting up. Apart from you taking care of your family, you need to feel like you're serving some other purpose apart from taking care. Even though it is fulfilling to take care of your family, you want to be able to contribute to your household and to your community at large. When I started the garden, all my demeanor changed completely. Why is the garden important? The garden, for so many people, offer a place of peace and tranquility. You feel a sense of purpose. You feel proud of yourself. Just to plant a seed and watch it grow, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You've done something and it was worth it. The plants that you plant, they shows appreciation by growing and producing. So my garden is extremely important to me because it helps me mentally, and it provides food for my family, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction. Now, research have shown that gardeners are one of the happiest set of persons on earth. Yes, they are. And you can do your own research. And that's due to the reason that when you use your hands to do something and it turns out the way you expect it or even exceeds your expectation, the sense of accomplishment that you feel inside, it lifts your spirit. And even if you're struggling mentally, and a lot of persons do, and they do not talk about it because it is seen that you're ashamed of it, or you seem to be mentally unstable. And that's not the case. What happens is when you don't speak about it earlier, then it escalates into to the point where you're really mentally ill, and then you'll be stuck on medication. And also that is when persons take it seriously, and it ought not to be. We need to be able to express ourselves to each other, or to at least someone, and not be judged or criticized, because a situation can change in your life and you go down the path that you really don't need to. And don't mistake sadness for depression. They're different things. When you're sad, something can just happen. A family member visits, you get a phone call, and you snap out of it. That is sadness. Depression, no matter what, it's like you're in a dark world and there is no escape. They're two different things. It's okay to be sad, but when you're depressed, you need help. And that's where the community comes in, and family and friends. We need each other. Now, if we don't have person to turn to, you can turn to your garden. Plant a seed and watch it grow. If it is that you get up and you don't feel like getting out of bed, think about that seed you planted last night or 2 days ago. You'll never believe the feeling you will feel when you go outside. Like my pumpkins right there. I planted them about 5 days ago. And there is nothing I can use to express the joy when you come outside and see something that you plant and watered growing. No, I'm not saying that a garden will solve the problem. I am not saying the garden will solve your problem, but it definitely will help. It has helped me, and I encourage someone who might be going through a dark time in their life, a rough patch. You've lost your job, you've lost a significant other, you've lost a family member. Start your garden, one container, a little container like this. I started with one like this with a pepper, one pepper plant. That's how I started, and then I grew. Believe me, it works. Now when you're suffering from depression, you might, well, more often than not, you have a very short attention span. Your mind wild, can't keep focus on one thing. Now the garden how you can use your garden to help you to focus on one thing, one goal. You plant your seed, you know in the morning you need to get up and water that seed. You know that you need to fertilize it, and you need to, there's a pattern that you need to follow in order to keep that plant alive. Even though you're using that plant in your garden, that one plant in your garden to focus your energy, it has a ripple effect. So that is why you have a lot of orders, because orders, those are persons who store a lot of things and they don't clean they can't stay focused on their task that you're to get up and tidy the home. They are not able to focus. If you can find one thing that you love that you can focus on, that will help you to focus on other things that you have to do, like to get up and go to your job and to take care of your children, because some persons aren't able to function, and that's due to depression. Garden can help you. Start one, and you never know. If it doesn't help, you go and you get professional help, but at least you knew, you would have tried, you would have done something for your mental stability. Now, exercise is important for almost every aspect of your life. The garden, it provides exercise for you. Even though you're doing it and it might not seem like it is exercise, like weeding your garden and mulching and fertilizing and watering, you're moving your body, it is exercise. And exercise is able to reduce your anxiety levels and also reduce your depression, the state of depression that you're in. When I had my baby, I couldn't sleep because I had gone through some trauma during his birth and right after, so I could not sleep. And about 2-3 weeks after starting the garden, I was able to sleep through the night. That's why I am encouraging you. This is a testimony for me, and I want it to be somebody else's testimony. I couldn't sleep, and my husband can attest to the fact. After I started the garden, I did so much work during the day. I was not only tired at night, but at peace. I was able to sleep, and I was able to get up in the morning rejuvenated and ready to go again. So exercise is very important, and one of the things that can provide exercise for you is your garden. Now, since starting this garden and this channel, I started just a few months ago, I have met so many persons online and in person, persons who have seen my channel and came to visit just to see, because the area and it's all rock, they come just to see what I'm doing and how am I doing it here. So I've met and I have spoken to so many persons since having this garden and this channel. One of the things that your garden provides for you is social bonding, and I know I am going to meet so many more persons through this garden and through this channel, and having persons to speak to, even if you're not a people person. Well, everybody's a people person, you just don't know. I thought I wasn't a people person, but I am. Since I've started social media, I realize it's easy to speak with people. You avoid negativity, but there are so many persons out there that impart a lot of positivity in your life, and it's good to meet new people. I've met persons at farm stores, garden stores, farms, so many persons, so even to get information, research, speaking to people, advice as to how to do things in your garden, it helps you to offload, and it helps you to be more positive and optimistic, and you want to get up and you want to do things. So start your garden. I am going to continue to say, start a garden. It will help you. Now, don't get me wrong, a garden can also cause you a lot of anxiety and sadness. I don't think the garden will cause you depression, but sadness and anxiety. So if you should wake up one morning and you're feeling down, a little below the weather, you're under the weather, a plant like this, don't come near it. Do not go to a plant like this if you're feeling down. It will make you feel worse. You go to one of your nice pepper plants or tomato plants, a plant that is doing well, seedlings that you sowed and you expect them to grow. Go to that area of your garden and avoid this, because you've put in work and you're going to feel as though you failed when in fact you have not. Plenty days I feel like I failed. A lot of days my kids would say, "Mommy, no, you've not. You're doing well. Compare yourself to others. You're not a failure." My husband would do the same thing. Right? So use, depending on your mood, use your garden to decrease your anxiety level. Right? I didn't know where to start, and now I can go on for hours because of how good this garden has been to me. I have persons who come to my garden who they don't know how to plant a seed. They have no idea. And just walking through the garden, it gives you such a sense of peace. You know? So imagine you are the person who plant those seeds and are able to harvest them and share them and eat them fresh. The garden gives you such a sense of accomplishment and peace. I only another gardener would be able to explain it to you, and I'm sure my gardeners will come under this video and comment at how great their garden has been to them and for them. I'm sure they will, you know, for you to just understand the peace that my garden took me back from a place that I did not like. That's not me. I'm a happy person, and I was not happy at that point when I started this garden. No, I'm going to end this video because I don't want this video to go where I don't want it to go. So I'm going to wrap it up. I really do hope someone was encouraged by this video. I was to do this video since I started the garden, which was about in February thereabout. I was to do this video. No, I started in February. I started the garden in January, and I was to do the video in February. And when I realized that it had changed my mood totally, I wanted to share, but I just kept putting it off. So now I am hoping that after sitting down and doing this video, I hope it reaches to someone who needs the encouragement, right? Because that's the aim of it. Okay, so if you've made it to the end of this video, I'd like to thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the persons who commented under my videos. It means the absolute world. Thank you, guys. Thank you for my subscribers, new and old. Thank you for those who view and have not yet subscribed. You still have the opportunity to. Please go ahead and press that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post another video. Alright, like, leave a thumbs up and a comment. Let me know what you think. I know this goes for someone. Let me know what you think, and always share with a friend, because if this video helped you, it might help them too. Alright, thank you so much. Bye bye.